More consumers are seeking out fairly traded products. So far, the market has been built on food, but a growing number of cosmetics companies are using ethically sourced ingredients and using the Fairtrade Mark. Compared to the wider beauty market, the variety of products available to the ethical shopper are still small. But with 7 out of 10 UK households already buying other Fairtrade products, the opportunities for cosmetics are vast.
Around the world, we've got a few different standards now starting to appear. The Fairtrade Foundation in the UK we've heard a lot about recently because they launched their standard in June in 2009. EcoCert in France, well known for their organic and natural standard, also have a fair trade standard, as do IBD in Brazil. So we're starting to see a few filter in, but not really competing with each other in the same way as some of the other organic and natural standards currently do.
In Britain, the market for fairly traded products continues to grow. Figures from the Fairtrade Foundation show sales have grown by more than half in the past year. Their mark is on over 130 products, and they are keen to develop more.
Well, Fairtrade producers can supply a core list of key ingredients for cosmetics companies. We know that cosmetics companies use natural ingredients. A scoping report and some consultation that we did with the industry and with producers and with various stakeholders showed that there was potential to use about 50% or natural ingredients in 50% of cosmetics that are currently on the market. So we're aiming to engage with more companies and more licensees and bring more producers into the system so that we can actually sell more for producers on fair trade terms.
Lush is a handmade cosmetics company which has recently added the Fairtrade Mark to one of its products. But over the past 14 years, the self-styled activist organisation has grown to become a €250 million business by ensuring ethics are at its core.
The Fairtrade Mark is very well recognised, it's true. That's one of the reasons why they are very keen to deal with people who are trading fairly. They would like their mark out there in as many places as possible. So yes, it works both ways. People will come in, and ask us, are they fair trade? And we can say, well, this one is fair trade with the capital letters, and all the other things we're working on are fairly traded. We honestly believe that if we can make products which are better for the environment and people who live in our planet, better than the competition, then we're providing a viable alternative. If somebody has to have shampoo, then they can buy one from us that's unpackaged. So we're not wasting resources. So we believe that we should be out there, getting bigger, growing more influential, and growing fields full of almond trees instead of digging up fields full of oil.
Ingredients for formulating fair trade, again, are quite limited at the moment. It's things like shea butter, cocoa butter, sugar, some of the things you maybe would associate with foods. But actually we're seeing new oils and various materials, natural materials now, starting to filter into the market as fair trade. And we see this increasing, obviously.
Now we've got big enough, we've been able to set up our own team of people who will spend 15 hours on a bumpy road to the centre of Ghana looking for the right place to get the shea butter. People who will look into the piracy surrounding sandalwood in India and fund our own plantation in Australia, which won't, actually we don't get the results for that for probably 15 to 20 years, but that kind of thing is important to us. So because we're big enough and because it's so important to us, we've just set people on exploring the world. I mean, naturally, something like in cosmetics, where people from around the world come there and they're all in the same place and we can meet them, that is also handy.
There's a growing consumer who wants to live more of a fair trade lifestyle, so wants to buy more ethical products sourced from fair trade producers. In a recent market research, 77% of consumers actually think that certification is the way to guarantee a better deal for producers in developing countries. Also, we did some recent research by GlobeScan, showed that 31% of consumers are interested in buying cosmetics with the Fairtrade mark on.
Really, you need to have a clear idea, as you do when you're formulating any natural or organic product, as to where you're going with that formulation. what do you want it to look and feel like, and not just make it fair trade for the sake of it to get the logo. You want a good performing product that incorporates fair trade or ethical ingredients, and then actually set your formulation strategy before you start so that you can incorporate some of those ingredients.